against, grittier, and to play almost a real defensive style first. And if he can get them into that mode tonight, I think we're going to see an interesting game here in the beginning. Hopefully, that's what we find.
The Lightning have been to state twice before, 2021 and 25. Both times they lined up against the eventual champions in the quarterfinals, losing to Gentry and East Grand Forks. Now, they earned their way here. Tom, and Sartell was the prohibitive favorite in that section. They trailed twice in that game, tied it with 9.5 left, won it in overtime, and they got through despite being outshot 40-26.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the 82nd annual Minnesota State High School League Boys Hockey Tournament. Our fourth Class A quarterfinal features the champions of Section 6 with a record of 17-10-1, the Northern Lakes Lightning. Against the champions of Section 8 with a record of 22-5-1, the Warroad Warriors. Now, let's meet the Lightning. Junior goalie number 1, Sam Suya. Junior forward number 2, Waylon Katterhagen. Sophomore forward number 3, Tristan Sular. Junior defenseman number 4, Kyler Ricklaw. Junior defenseman number 5, Derek Berg. Sophomore defenseman number 8, Max Rochelle. Sophomore forward number 9, Lucas Martin. Senior forward number 11, Sutton Sullivan. Junior defenseman number 12, Bodie Nybakken. Senior forward number 14, Jacob Peterson. Sophomore defenseman number 15, Eli McNevin. Junior forward number 16, Josiah Ryer. Senior defenseman number 19, Leighton Cable. Junior forward number 22, Huck Balmer. Junior forward number 23, Landon Carty. Junior forward number 26, Griffin Hanna. Junior forward number 29, Parker Fulton. Senior goalie number 30, Damon John. Junior defenseman number 36, Nolan Hall. And senior forward number 37, Colton Bride. The assistant coach is Brett Reed, head coach Thomas Klein.
Here's the man that I think if we're going to see an upset tonight, Sam Suya will have to be the catalyst. He's left-handed, a good-sized kid. He's one of the team captains. He's a leader, and this kid can play. He's anybody that watches Northern Lake says he's their best player. When your goaltender's that good, that gives you a chance against anybody.
And he has experience, played in all 3 state tournament games last year for Northern Lake. Warroad has the higher seed, wearing the light-colored white jerseys. They push it up ahead. Gavin Anderson, Ryan Shagaby, and Roderick Jackson, the top line here for the Warriors. Swung around. Ryan Shagaby had to go past him. Then from that far wall, up through the slot. Warroad doing a nice job holding the zone. Shot right on the net. Suya gets his first touch of the game.
This could be a real heavy hockey game. A lot of physical play in these opening couple of minutes.
Shagaby swoops in and back out to neutral. Warroad comes right back at him. Defenseman Sam Hard. Brother Matt was the Herb Brooks Award winner last night.
Patrick Kennedy in goal for Warroad. Dodges a major bullet there. Was kind of swimming in that earlier sequence.
Broden and Ethan Potvin are 2 defensemen. That time it was Broden with a couple of shutouts. And of course he is backing up, filling in for Finn Hansen. Injured in the section playoffs, played in the section final. But
senior player, been there and done that, played in big games, and clearly having his best part of the season here late.
Warriors to the point, shot taken, blocked as Humanick. Then to the side of the net, Suya got a piece of that. Sam Suya, he's just a junior. I called him this morning and he was leaving for the airport. It was a thrill to meet Kenny, and he said he was going to tune in at some point in time here this weekend. Of course, we all tuned in last night. Here's a chance, kicked around, and Shagaby doing a nice job settling down that puck down the slot. And then it does come loose. There's Anderson in at a low angle. 45 seconds left in the power play. They've got it now in a shorthanded chance. Here's a shot. That one was slowed up. And a late pad came out for Kennedy. He had to adjust. Gavin Anderson comes right back with speed. Save, rebound, juicy rebound. Comes back up high with a shot. And that was blocked.
Boy, can Gavin Anderson shoot the puck. When you walk in this building, you feel the magic.
Warriors trying to push it across, and they do on the attack, and a quick shot from that left wing. That was Cameron.
They always have high-end players with puck skills, and they can make plays both ways.
And they play in all situations.
Yeah.
Right? They're on the penalty kill. As here come the Warriors, and here comes Anderson behind the knee. Anderson in backhand, just wide. Suya challenged him and forced Anderson to backhand that one wide. And 5 minutes left in a scoreless first period. Long feed, Humanick, Taylor Humanick, third line winger, senior into the corner towards Suya from the corner. He juggled it a bit with the glove, and he covers it up with 4:55 left. Warroad Warriors and the Northern Lakes Lightning. Sam Suya, solid already here. He had 8 shutouts last year. That was second in the state. He's got 5 this year. He had 3 shutouts in a row before the section final. That was a 3-2 overtime victory against a Sartell team that a lot of people thought would be here for the first time ever. But Northern Lakes had other plans.
Never apologize for having a top-rated goalie. They've got one here.
Played 2 great games at Sartell. Also lost 3-2 earlier in the season. And there's the Suya glove just kind of directing that puck in. TJ Oshie, of course, and what a great run there in the early 2000s. And Warroad has made regular runs to the tournament here recently, but just haven't been able to get over the hump against Hermantown and St. Cloud Cathedral and some other teams. Warriors come right back across, shot off the stick of Suya, tipped it into the corner.
I mean,
those games.
It's just one of those all-timers for me. That rivalry never gets old.
Quick shot, pad save, covered by Suya, finds that puck.
Across the quarterfinals, I think no more than 2, maybe only 1 or 2. The goalies have been great. Patrick Kennedy coming in the backup role, 11 saves in the first period.
Yeah, I got a little dicey right there early on, but other than that, he's been pretty solid. I think he'll settle in.
And Northern Lakes, as we said, trying to make things happen, but Kennedy standing firm. But Sam Suya the other way, a little busier, 14 saves for him.
Yeah, that's one of the Shagaby where he bobbled that one, and then there's a kind of a one more step, and he probably could have stuffed it in. And then we see Anderson have a breakaway that he didn't, finish on. He got the move off, but that's where I think Warroad feels like they could be a little sharper. But I really, like I said, I think Suya is playing great.
Suya with the letter on his chest. Love seeing when the goalies get one of those captaincy roles.
This tournament has caught national attention for many, many years.
They had to do away with the clear boards because when the Minnesota Moose came in, here's a steal. There's the goal. Gavin Anderson.
The bench with that fedora. That began was many years of cheering against the Hornets. I no longer do that. I love Kurt Giles. I got nothing against the green and gold, but back then, it broke my heart.
Almost 3 minutes into the second period. He's needing to deal with Rickla, trying to create a turnover and a chance off the forecheck. Now 2-on-2. Gavin Anderson swings around, feeds the big defenseman. Broden Hunt then with a shot. Suya gloves it.
Top line for the Warriors, flexing their muscle again.
Top 2 lines here for the Warriors. Freshman Roderick Jackson and sophomore Connor Lund on that second line. Here for head coach Jay Hardwick in his 14th season. Again, another one of those 5 head coaches here in Class A coaching their alma mater. Low, swept, now out by the Warriors. Rink wide, right onto the stick, and the quick shot on the right side. Wyatt Samuelson Save Suya.
Warroad always seems to have a front line that's scary, that puts up big numbers.
And they zip in. This is Grappentine all the way around as he loops around the net. Lightning able to get it. They'll ice it here. Get a bit of a breather, but a face-off back in their zone.
And they're rink rats. If you've ever been to Warroad, the rink stays open for anybody to skate. The team isn't practicing. You can go out there and use that ice. The outdoor rinks are everywhere. Hockey just takes over that community. Everybody's involved in the game, and if you play Warroad as well, remember he's the goaltender that had to come in relief in the section final, and he had a couple of anxious moments early, but he's come into his own here nicely at this hockey game, and he's 12-12.
Connor Lund, he brought it in. Now he's sandwiched with Rickla. Along the end wall, comes back to the Warriors, up high, hot bit of shot, and Broden's laser ends up in the glove.
Players from the 80 Olympic team, and Hockey Town USA has brought a lot of success to the Olympic program, and that graphic kind of speaks to that.
Here comes Northern Lakes on the break and a shot. The all-time winningest coach in Minnesota high school hockey history, and then brought Northern Lakes here to the state tournament a year ago. Warroad in tight. Save made by Suya. Be a part of that. Tip of the spear there. And it comes back out. It's coughed up. Chance for the Lightning. And backhand off the post.
He beat him. He got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work there.
He could be one of the solid goal dancers. Is that what you're telling me?
What a look.
The managers are so creative. And they're so much more than being creative, too. They are so important to their programs and their teams and all that they do to help support the student managers.
For the time they spend together, they're a part of the club. There's a big hit in the corner.
Or Fulton, excuse me, he's had a couple of good looks. Parker Fulton this time 29. Push the other way. Shagaby in, gets a control. He backhands it, scores. He got very close.
He did.
But game of inches as it was on the other end with the post, and then game of inches here. Suya's stick just inches away from making contact of the puck here on this play.
And this is the fun part of the play, but the key is the block shot before this, and you mentioned the poke check. Great.
Warriors though calmly control. Play it up to neutral. In across the line, Chamernick high in the air off the deflection. Chamernick's got it again. Looking to center. Kicked around. Goalie was down. Flipped out by the Lightning. In the third period, just too much for the Scarlets.
Yeah, they seem to wear him down. And so Warroad right now with that 2-goal lead, they're staying on the attack. I like it. They're not laying back.
They go right back to work. Centering pass. There to defend the front of his net. Nice job, Leighton Cable. He was in the right position there. Just under 90 seconds remaining second period.
Yeah, Northern Lakes is a grinding type of team. They're going to get their chances by creating turnovers, being physical, but they're not a team that can play the up and down the ice North game. You can't get down by a bunch of goals. So if you just keep it within 2 and hang around in this hockey game, you can buy yourselves a chance to get the next goal at any point in the third, get back into it.
It's like a football team that relies on the running game. There's a shot that goes wide by Gavin Anderson.
It's a great way to put it.
After the offside, comes out to the neutral zone. Won by Casey Hendrickson. Connor Lund throws it in for Mason Reed. Curling away, Hendrickson walks out in front. Couple stabs at it against Suya. And then Reed plays it back up to the line. Going in and around. Hendrickson ran into a man in red, and the puck comes free. Jacob.
Show you how he got to the score, and it did not take long. 6 seconds into the second period, Gavin Anderson hits.
He read that one like a cheap paperback. You don't want to give him that type of chance. He can really zip it, and he does on this shot.
Points in 28 of Warroad's 29 games this year. Boy, Northern Lakes held it at 1-0 for a long time with 5 minutes left in the period. Mooney Shagabe gets the breakaway. What a 5-hole move.
Yeah, really nice assist. I don't see who did that, but
Robert Jackson
chipped it ahead for him, and Shagabe, slides it in there, gets him to open his legs and slides it right with his backhand through there. Nifty little play, and those two guys, you know, those are two of their more offensive guys, and they're the ones that have them on the board.
Sam Suya, 25 saves for Northern Lakes, but 2 got through. Tourney stats brought to you by 7th Avenue Pizza.
Along the end wall, tapped up to the blue line. That goes to the far side. That's going to be slapped wide. Suya waiting for it there. Shot, glove. And Suya holds on to it right there for a face-off here in the Northern Lake zone.
They know the game. They all seem to have good hands. Never change. They're good every single year.
Another shot, that from the wall. Mason Reed on net. Suya again. Another one from way out.
Yeah, they've really come out with a shot mentality here.
Yes.
Kennedy's been terrific tonight.
And how inspirational is that for your team? A close game here against Northern Lakes. Warroad has the lead. There's a puck that comes free. Swatted wide. Kind of a bouncing puck. That'll be chipped up and out here by the Warriors down that far side wall. After it, Wyatt Samuelson. Waiting for it, Sam Hard, right on the money. Again, a wide angle from the wall. Suya steers that rebound.
For a guy that hasn't played a ton of hockey this year, love the way he's reacting in goal for Warroad.
Roderick Jackson. He gets a look from above the slot. Rebound comes right back to him in the corner. He gets checked. That frees the puck up. But not yet out for the Lightning. Now they'll look up.
With Danny and Kelly, to see them interact with these high school kids for that terrific honor.
Walk past it every morning on my way to the arena.
It's so cool. You know the moment you can go back to that game.
I think Warroad is 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. The private schools
had their own tournament.
were split there for the longest time and didn't come into the regular tournament until when, the 70s?
Yep.
So you
Zach Halverson, another guy that would have got that right. I had frustrating. All right, well, here's the chance to cut the lead in half, and it's going the other way. Whoopsies.
Shorthanded chance. Anderson in, and backhand. Huge save by Suya. Oh, did he get that left pad out to the post and saves the Lightning's chances here? That's going to be our save of the game, and why not?
And the save of the game might feature a pair of saves because he was able to stretch out and keep that pad ice level. And there's a second look. And Anderson with the first look, but let's not forget Shagaby's there for the rebound. And he's able to somehow stretch out. Watch him keep this pad right there. And look at this chance. There's another look coming. The trailing player Shagaby gets another.
91%. Final second.
Trouble.
Uh-oh, 2-on-1. Shagaby and Anderson. Shagaby's got it right side. Shagaby's second of the game. Anderson and now Shagaby twice, his 23rd of the season. So Ryan Shagaby came close earlier. Warroad came close right there to adding to the lead. Connor Lund.
Got these guys playing as one. They're connected. They battle. They haven't shied away from physical contact. They played a very smart game. The high-end players, though, that Warroad possesses have made the difference.
He wants to stay at Northern Lakes until he gets 60 years in coaching. I think that's what he said during when we chatted with him. And
you know, Grand Rapids, I don't know if they've still got it, but as recent as a couple years ago, they still had assigned seats in their home ice.
Oh, and a roof it. What a snipe and a goal there.
16 goals. And you think about the fact that he plays a lot of defense. And you see him shoot the puck and maybe tells the story.
Exactly. Defensemen weren't shooting the puck like that in your day.
No, they weren't able to elevate like that.
Another chance and a goal.